everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Stating the Obvious. It's been a minute, my fault mostly, but we're here. And because of that, we're going to give you guys the best episode. Am I overpromising if I say best episode? No.
No, I think you say it every time. You say it every time. So no. It does really matter.
I mean, if you say it every episode, it'll be true for one of them.
True. It might
so
be.
We're going to give you guys the best episode out of any podcast ever.
Less true.
Today.
I was saying best episode out of all the episodes we recorded, but yeah.
Okay, well, I like to aim high, no? And speaking of aiming high, dude, honestly, I could have cooked with that transition, but I forgot where I was going with it.
Yeah, it's Jover.
It's Jover.
We're by done.
Oh, my days. Save it for the election portion of this podcast, because we will be getting into that shortly. But this is stating the obvious, and so we must state the obvious, starting with Noah.
Yeah. What?
Give me an obvious fact, Noah. Say something obvious.
All right, here's my obvious fact for you. What you're named says a lot more about your parents than it does about you.
Oh, okay. Noah. Nice. Bro, you guys are cooked. Pranay, Cobb, have we made like the stating the fact thing like an actual competition? Right now, Pranay, Cobb, y'all are cooked.
Okay. I see you now.
That is a great
I had this realization. Fact. No, I was just going to say I had this realization because I was scrolling through Reddit and there's a subreddit full of just like dumbass names people name their kids. Like apparently it's a trend now to like turn Y's into like E-I-G-H. Like, you know how like you spell like neigh, like horse neigh, but you pronounce it like A-Y. So like there's a bunch of like kids running around who are named like Ashley with E-I-G-H, Brinley. It's a whole thing.
I feel like I've seen like Kaylee spelled like that quite often.
Yeah, no, but there's some like also people are just like straight up just naming their kids words like Seven, Armor, Anchor, like all real baby names. Like I don't know, man. Like I feel like our like something went wrong. Like I
think remember in 2018, which was the year Infinity War came out, one of the most popular baby names was Thanos.
Oh god.
Was it actually?
Why?
Jesus. Yeah, it was one of the most popular baby names in the US the year it came out.
That's crazy. Okay, but low-key, some of those names could be great like nicknames. Okay, I'm not saying Seven is a great name, but like your kid is like Sev. I feel like Sev is kind of a cool.
Yeah, Sev's fine. Like it's like you can call your kids like these as like nicknames, but don't make them write it out on their tax forms.
Yeah, Iros, you left off a 7. You're cooked.
I mean, I'm just saying, like I wasn't paying attention. Like at some point, names went from like normal to like not normal. I don't know what the hell happened.
The government
happened. I don't think it was the government.
We didn't have a government before. We do now, and now everything's worse.
True. Okay, Pranay. Let's see if you can stand up to Noah today. I don't have faith in you.
Okay. My fact is that the richest African in the world is Elon Musk.
Oh, what? Because he's South African?
Because he's South African.
Great fact.
I feel like that's true, but I don't want it to be true.
Obvious.
Exactly.
It's not obvious enough for me.
I mean, I'll be honest. I think most people don't know he's from South Africa. Like they just think he's like
I'm just finding out.
Yeah, they think he's just like some weird American guy.
I literally just found out. I mean, it's obvious to me now.
Wait, isn't there's like no king or no like I don't know Nigerian prince that is richer than him?
I guess Elon Musk is second. He's like the first or second richest person in the world,
bro. Yeah.
yeah. Is he first?
No.
Jeff Bezos is about to like it.
First.
I just searched this up. The Bernard Arnault family.
That's a family, though.
Dude, honestly,
I'm just searching on Forbes, the Forbes list, and Elon Musk is a second.
I genuinely think like you have that list, sure, great.
Yeah.
But the richest people in the world, like the people who are even wealthier than that, you just don't know who they are. Like you just won't.
You just won't see them.
Yeah. It also depends a
Like,
lot.
you just
he
won't
means like
know who they are. Like,
silent investor kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, like they'll be very like anonymous, silent, like not in the public light, like very low key, and like those people who are like rich beyond like anything that we even understand.
Yeah, just like some random sheikh in the middle of the UAE or something.
Yeah, like you'll just never know. Like,
I mean, it also depends on like how you define wealth, right?
yeah, if you're just saying like net worth, like I say like that's great, but like that's all your assets, right? If you want to say someone's like really rich, that they have all this income that they can just easily, like very liquid, very like disposable. That could be a separate definition. I don't know. Brene, our Fed expert, do you want to chime in? Economics with Brene.
I can. I mean, yeah. I mean, the Forbes list is all the Forbes list is all like you can only take reported stuff. Like, I feel like they're, some people who don't report stuff or don't report exactly, or like maybe you can't view stuff like some Chinese, like in China, we can't view exactly what the reports are, or like like you guys said, like the whatever sheiks in
Chic.
Not chic. What? It's not a Zelda character.
Yeah. Whatever Zelda characters are over there.
Chic.
I feel like some like random drug lord in Mexico or something, or Venezuela
Nah.
might be richer.
I mean, I
I'm
don't
guessing
think
it's
there's
either
that
like
much. I
a
feel like
Saudi
most of the money
prince.
is like
Dash
above, is actually like
Dash
it's just like oil or like.
Yeah, it's
Dash
definitely like MBS or like Vladimir Putin.
Dash attack.
I started
maybe
playing
maybe
Smash
one
Flash
soon.
again recently. Well, I didn't start playing it again. I just downloaded
Dash
it back
attack.
onto my laptop.
All right, that's
Dash
what, like, are you just gonna keep saying that for the rest of the
Sorry.
episode?
Sorry, I just like dash attack.
I know. We can
Dash
tell.
attack up air.
Yeah. Yep.
Pranay used to chain grab me, not in IRL, but like in Smash.
IRL.
That sounds a little dirty, IRL. I'm not gonna lie.
You want to get chain grabbed now?
I'll pass. Thanks.
You're
Jit
lost.
highly recommends it.
Yeah.
All right.
I
Okay,
remember the
Cobb.
legendary Smash Flash battles of Jigglypuff and Bowser.
Yeah, no, bro. I fucking cooked your ass.
No. I went back and forth, and then I pull out the link, and then it was over.
Okay, then I pull out the Sheik and it's over.
It's
It's
also
by
a joke.
done. It's literally. It's done. It's destruction upon your soul, Cobb. Your Christian soul.
I feel like that took
Okay.
a bit of a left turn.
Interesting, yeah.
I'm not even sure what to respond. I was just waiting for Jit to ask me my fact.
It just
Hey, Cobb, give me your fact, Cobb. State the obvious.
All right. So from the moment you are born, the number of people older than you is always declining.
Okay, wait. Cobb cooked.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Wow, Noah and Cobb cooked today. Pranay, he's a sous chef, so he's still learning the ropes a little bit. That's okay, because most of the times he doesn't even come prepared.
That's
So
true.
this is a big day for him.
is.
And you know what? As well as you did, Noah Cobb, like can we get a round of applause for Pranay, please? Like,
No, I don't hand out participation trophies.
Do it, Noah.
Okay. Oh.
okay. Well, that took a dark turn.
Look, all I'm saying is like Pranay's had just as much time as me and Cobb to like come up with decent, obvious facts.
I thought this
Like let's
was a
not
decent
act like he
fact.
just came on the job yesterday. He's not like fucking Linguini and Ratatouille. He's not like some guy who just like walked in and was just like, yeah, I'm gonna give you some obvious facts. Like he's been here since the beginning. All right, we shouldn't be making it out like he gets participation points or something.
To be fair, he did teach Jit something. So
That's true.
I did.
I mean,
That is true.
does it count as
I
an
did learn
obvious fact
something.
then?
That's
I
what
don't
I'm
know.
saying.
I don't know. That's a good
And that's
question.
for you to decide. Leave a comment below if you think Pranay's fact was obvious.
Did we get any
Can they leave
comments? Like,
Carl?
I mean,
Are they able to leave comments? Can we
I
check
don't
on that?
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
check
you
on
can
that.
leave a comment.
Check. Yeah, check on that. Okay. In other words, Dune 2, The Return of the Dunes. Is that what is this? Is it just Dune
It's
2?
just-
or
It's
is
just
it-
Dune
yeah,
Part
is it
2.
Dune 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the Dunes are returning. How do we feel about the Dunes returning? Personally, I watched half of Dune 1 and was bored.
I mean, that makes sense.
This is what I actually wanted to
Why?
ask you
Why
guys.
does
Were
that
you
make
guys bored?
I'm just saying, considering who you are as a person, that makes sense.
All right, Noah. First of all, you're done. You're off the podcast. Second of all, Pranay, continue with what you're saying.
Well, you didn't understand what I said.
We had our own little.
Oh, I did.
Hustle.
My first question was going to be, do you guys, did you guys get bored? Because I've been more and more recently, I've been hearing people just been getting really bored with the movie and haven't watched the entire thing through. But when I was watching it, I was like, wow,
What, Dune 1
cinematography
or
wise and what? This is
Yeah, Dune Part
This is
1.
amazing.
I think it was drawn out a little bit too long for the vast majority of people. It did have some good shots, good cinematography, good audio too. But I think it was drawn out a little bit. I think they could have condensed it.
I don't know. Honestly, it was. I really liked it. I think Denis Villeneuve, like the director, like he made like Arrival and like Blade Runner 2049.
Did he
And he has like this very particular way of creating worlds that just seem like bigger than the characters in a way that like a lot of other movies don't get right. Like he does sci-fi in a way where like it's got this like Lovecraftian feel to it almost. Like it dwarfs like the people that are in it, like the characters in the world. And like it's not like, like Marvel sci-fi where it's all like, like pew pew, like, hover ships. It's like these like colossal spaceships that just like spew out like hundreds of missiles, and you see it happening and you're like, holy shit. Like if I were on the other end of that, I would just like shit my pants.
World building's strong, but I don't know. I feel like some of the like character scenes and were just too drawn out. It made me lose a little bit of interest in some of the characters.
Oh, which ones?
Remember in the very beginning there was like that whole like section with Oscar Isaac's character?
Yeah.
I forgot his name. But
Yeah,
he was like the
Leto
father.
Atreides.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like some of his scenes were a bit too drawn out. I feel like I cared about him like in the very beginning, but then I don't know. Maybe it's just like I don't even know how to put it into words. It's just a feeling.
I mean, like Leto's not the focus, so like it's
the main
like
is just,
it's
at
like
least in
all
this
Paul.
two
I mean,
movies
it's just a
is
recurring
Paul.
theme. Though.
Yeah. I mean, like I think Leto's character isn't like as like I think you're right. Like it's not as like well fleshed out as Paul, but I mean that's like understandable. He's just like the good guy. Like he's good guy dad. Like he's like the noble like heroic leader of a noble like heroic house, and like it's very like black and white, very clear that like he's like the good guy, and then he gets like fucking got, and then he just dies, and
Yeah.
like I think that's like the whole point. Like he's not supposed to be complex. He's supposed to be like, the heroic father that Paul's gonna have to spend the rest of the story like kind of dealing with, like, trying to live up to him, trying to like, be like good, even though like he's going to be involved in some like pretty horrific things.
Fair enough, but I think the core of the thing is that you have an audience who has very, very short attention spans, and you're putting up a movie that is very like, I don't know, there's just like not a lot of actions happening all the time.
I mean, I don't think you
characters.
you can then just like change like every movie to be like that.
No, I don't think you can, but I think that's where the conflict is arising from.
I see.
That's my point. I think
I
yeah, that
think
makes sense,
Dune
that
made
makes
like plenty money. I think like I don't think it bombed at the box office.
I mean, The issue was it was released during COVID, like smack dab in the middle, so they just put it on HBO.
Yeah, I think
Like,
it was. Was it? I thought it
smack
was
in the
before.
beginning.
I remember
It was in
watching
the
it
very
in theaters.
It was
You
in the very
sure?
beginning, so I remember watching it on HBO at least.
Really, I
Yeah,
could have sworn Dune came out like
that's why they re-released it.
at
Like
the
they
end.
did a re-release.
Oh, they did.
Oh, right.
In
It
theaters.
was released
Yeah.
Because it was-
released. It was released in 2021,
I see.
Yeah.
so it was at
Yeah,
the
that makes
tail
sense.
end of COVID. But I think it was that dual release in theaters and HBO, because I remember seeing it on HBO too, not in the theaters. I think it was originally scheduled for 2020, and they delayed it a year.
Yeah, I remember. That is what was the issue.
And I think that probably hurt it. I mean, obviously, that probably hurt it a lot.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Personally, I think it's good to have like these kinds of movies. Like you can say like, oh, like low attention span, but like, you know, it's not like there's only one kind of movie.
No,
Like
I'm just saying that's where the
movie
conflict is
exists.
arising from. That's why people are saying it's too drawn out. I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a movie for them. That's
Yeah,
fine. Like they don't
that's,
like there are other movies that like I probably don't like that, you know, they would probably like really enjoy, and that's like
yeah,
fine.
that's fair enough.
I personally really like Dune.
I think Dune's strength, for me at least, I think the best things about it are its cinematography and its audio.
Oh yeah.
for sure.
No, yeah. I mean, it's kind of funny though because like Dune was written like back in like the 80s, like before like 9/11 and everything happened. And the whole story is basically set in like space, Middle East. Like spice is clearly an analog to oil. Like you've got like a bunch of like foreigners coming in and like taking all the spice, and you've got all these like, you know, space Arabs who are very mad about that. And
Interesting.
then like the main plot is just like the white boy white boy protagonist having like prophetic visions of leading like jihad, and then becoming like the like foretold messiah of like the space Arabs, and then leading like a galactic jihad and taking like the like galaxy spanning
This
empire.
went out of
Like that
control
shit would
so
never
quickly.
have been made post 2001. Like that is like a
So what are the worms? What are the worms? What are the worms an analog for?
fuck it. Like I don't know. They're probably just like Frank Herbert was like on some like LSD or some shit. It's like big space worm.
Okay. Oh.
No, but the rest
It
of
feels
it
like a very Star Warsy character
with the worm.
or creature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the rest of the story is like pretty much just like space Middle East. So
Yeah, I can see that. And I think even now, people can kind of see those parallels.
yeah, I mean, like if you're like the only way, like again, like it's pretty clearly just like space, like it's literally called jihad. Like they don't even say like crusade or holy war. They just say straight up just jihad in the book. Like there's no subtlety
Which
about
parts?
it. There's a historical event that explains why there's no AI in the world called like
I've read a lot of like the lore of Dune, so I
Yeah.
know this part.
and yeah,
They
it's just
call
it's
him
literally
Jihad.
called the Butlerian Jihad. Like they don't
Oh,
say
yeah,
like the
yeah.
Butlerian like war or crusade. No, it's jihad. Like in case you were confused, it is called jihad. How did they achieve this? Through jihad.
When were the books written?
Like 1980s, right? Like something like that. Like late 80s, early 90s. I mean, this was back when we were like funding like the Taliban because, you know, they were fighting the commies, and, you know,
Commies, right? Yeah.
that was back when we were friends, and then some stuff happened
Then
and we
we
were
are
no
not
longer
friends.
friends.
The music was Hans Zimmer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hans Zimmer is
Okay.
yeah.
I mean, he's
Goat.
just the man. If you need a movie to do good musically, you just hire him, and then
Hans Zimmer or John Williams?
Yeah, John Williams kind of like he's like getting up there in age though, I think. Like
All right, yeah. I'm saying like at their peak, who was
yeah.
better?
Oh shit. I think peak John Williams, honestly.
so John Williams did what? Star Wars. He did
Star Wars,
Star Wars,
Superman,
Jurassic,
Harry Potter.
Jurassic Iron.
He did
Jurassic
Jurassic.
Park, Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, Harry
Yeah.
Potter. Like basically if you think of a movie melody and you can like hum it to yourself, it's probably John Williams. Like there's like a 90% chance.
And before I start thinking about Bollywood songs.
Fair enough. I don't know, maybe he made all of them too. Like, maybe you don't know. Like, it was all John Williams. He wrote every song in Bollywood 50 years ago.
Yeah.
Jonit Gurwinder Singh.
Yeah, that's the name he went by.
That is who he is.
Well, he did Jaws too, right?
That's crazy.
I think so, yeah.
This is quite a lot.
Yeah.
But basically, I was just gonna say I have booked tickets for this film, and I'm excited to see it. And
very
even
nice.
for the people with shorter attention spans, this one seems to have it has more action than the last one. The last one seemed to be a lot of world building.
This one seems like it's going to be a little bit more of a blockbuster than the previous one.
I'm waiting it out personally.
Just like the environment's right, and the movie I think is a little bit.
I want to
more.
watch it after the theaters are a bit emptier.
And basically,
Makes sense.
I could not find any tickets that were open other than an 8:30 a.m. showing. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
that is what I'm going to.
Oh, no, I had a question for you.
Yep.
I've always wondered this, but I feel like it would be great to talk about it on the podcast. So if you don't know us, even though you probably don't know our last names and all that, but basically me, Pranay, and Jacob are all brown, and then Noah is Asian. And I've always wondered what Noah internally thinks of this dynamic, and like just what do you just generally think of that arrangement? Do you think nothing of it, or is it just normal to you, or you think it's a little weird?
I'll have moments from time to time where I'm like, holy shit, all of my friends are Indian, and yet I know nothing about India. Like, how the fuck have I gone this long without even watching a Bollywood movie?
It's because I don't think any of us were very brown at the time. I feel like we were just more brown with our families. With our friends, it was never a very brown experience.
Fair enough. I just think it's kind of funny though. Sometimes when I'm just man, I know absolutely nothing about this place. All of my friends are from there. Kind of weird.
Yeah, you know some stuff, right? The differences of the different states in South India and things like that. No?
I know I know some of them. I know I know some states.
Okay, what am I, Noah? What am I?
I mean, I know you're Tamil because you don't shut up about it, but everybody else, I don't know. It's a shot in the dark for me.
Okay, what do you think Pranay is?
Bruh, I got no fucking clue.
Well, could you give me potential guesses?
Yeah, a geography guess, I guess. At least.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay. Well, let's do it
South
this.
or north?
Pranay,
At least let's narrow
South
it
or
down
north?
first.
South. I'm gonna say south.
Okay, very good.
Okay, why?
Because he's a darker shade of brown.
Oh my god, racist!
Is he wrong, though?
Racist.
Look, it's all I got to go off of, man.
Okay, what is Jacob?
Also
North or
south.
south?
Okay.
Why?
Because he's a darker shade of brown.
You had a chance to not be racist. I want you to know. First time, cut you some slack. Maybe you didn't know it's racist.
What the fuck do you want me to say? Yes. I recognize Jacob's very distinct pattern of speaking. He brought lunch one day, and I recognize a dish as native to this one specific Southern Indian state. Bro, I got nothing to work off of here.
I mean, I guess he just did tell us that he has no clue about anything.
Yeah, I'm proud that Noah knows I'm Tamil. I'm proud of you,
I'm
Noah.
proud of the way he pronounced Tamil.
Yeah, too. He didn't say Tamil. He said Tamil.
Yeah.
Okay, Noah. I'll just give you this information now. You can choose whether or not you'd like to retain it.
Okay.
Pranay is Telugu, so is in South India. Okay. So you were right, but not that reason. Same thing with Jacob. You were right that he's in fact from South India, not for that reason. No. Okay, so Pranay is Telugu, Jacob is Malu.
Is MK from North or South India?
Do you want to explain a little? Oh, guess.
Okay, because my guess is North India.
No way. No, you're cooked. I'm actually about to cook you.
All right, no, is he from South India?
He's Kannadiga.
He
He's
speaks,
from-
he speaks Kannada, right? But like, I don't know where like his family is specifically. Like, if he were to go back to India, I don't know where he would go.
You go to South India. You go to Karnataka.
Okay, I don't know if his family lived anywhere. Like if
I don't think they have a place. I don't know if they have a place to go back in India too. I don't know if they've all just like left, but he's Kannadiga,
okay.
I believe. At least like that's like what he chooses to like. He may have like some mixed background because I know his last name is Rao, which Rao is like it's one of the more vaguer Indian last names. It's more difficult to tell. Like I know a Gujarati guy whose last name is Rao, because you know North Indians and South Indians do get married, not out of the realm of possibilities. But yes, do you want to share some Telugu culture with Noah?
Culture.
Pranay, or Malu culture with Noah Cobb? Tell him a little something.
Ask us a question. What is something you would like to know about this stuff that you said you did not know?
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Let's start with that.
Let's see. Okay, so like a lot is made about like how many different like ethnic groups are like in India, like how many different languages, like, but like how big are these categories like actually? Are we talking like, 10%, 20%, 5% of the population? Like, I mean, I'm sure it varies, right? But like,
5% meaning what?
Like,
Sorry,
I mean, it's like you look at like, American,
Like the percent that speaks, or
like, I don't know. Like, I mean, that's another question. Like, is it language? Is it like,
oh, you're saying like what makes them distinct?
yeah, well, like what makes them
diversity-wise?
distinct, and like how big of a category are we talking about here? Like in terms of like
Oh, like when we talk about like Tamil or Telugu or something.
yeah,
like that?
I mean,
okay, yeah, sure.
I mean, they're almost different cultures. I would say, like they have all the distinctions of
there's
a different
overlap,
culture.
but there
is overlap.
yeah.
There's overlap, but a lot of it's like food is different. A lot of times, language is different. Religion can be a big difference.
But I mean, they can be different, but there's also like.
I mean, some
of
are obviously closer than
similarities.
others, but if you're comparing like the two furthest away, probably all of them would be different.
Okay, well,
Okay, I mean, in terms of like the people, it's mostly depends like about like closer states will be a little bit closer, in culture and food and whatnot, but because population is so large, it actually is a significant amount of people in each state, like
yeah,
that it is.
I would compare it to like you know how like the East Coast and the West Coast and the South, they all have distinct like subcultures almost. Like even like different states, like Texas has its own different kind of subculture.
I mean, that's fair.
It's similar to that.
It is like that because it's like in Texas we say y'all.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I
And,
feel
like-
I feel like the difference between like states in the U.S. like is kind of like I don't want to say.
I don't think it's a perfect
Yeah,
comparison.
it's kind of more superficial. Like,
Okay, yeah, it definitely is because it's like, oh, we have Buc-ee's in the South.
yeah,
Like, the fuck. But okay, basically, I'll say around like 20-25% if you want to number. Because technically, what there's five states because you have AP, Telangana,
There's a lot of states.
Kerala, Karnataka, and Tamil Nadu. I mean, like the big ones in South India.
Oh,
I
in
mean,
South
at least.
India,
I don't mean,
yeah.
I mean in
I was
South
like-
India. Yeah. I'm not talking about North India.
It's like what the 4 states.
No, I think it's 5 because Telugu people we're splitting it up, and that's how you got AP
Yeah.
and Telangana,
Yeah.
and the difference matters.
It does.
I don't know.
Well, it does- it does politically.
I'm from
Lost.
Telangana. I'm not from AP. Yeah, to some degree it matters, but basically, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana are like where Telugu people are from. So Pune.
Yes.
Karnataka is where Karnataka people are from. Tamil Nadu is where Tamil people are from. And Kerala is where like Malayalam people are from. So Cobb.
all right. So like,
And they're all like roughly 25. I mean, there's like the 4 kind of types of South India. That,
huh?
It's like
What was your
25% in
question?
each category. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, like you can break it down like that, but I don't know exactly population wise. Like, but what's your question though?
I was gonna ask like, so like, what's like, like what like so if like like if you're going to like a foreign country, like typically it's a good idea to like try and like learn the language of that country. So like if I'm like, okay, I'm like gonna go to India to like a certain state, I'm gonna learn the language in that state, and I show up and like I somehow like get lost and end up in a different state, like how fucked am I?
A lot of people speak Hindi.
I mean, people
as the
speak
common
English. A lot of
language.
people speak Hindi. Yeah. No matter where you are,
Yeah.
like to some degree, there's some knowledge, but also like I think it's reached a point where people are speaking English. Like it's not like you're not gonna find
No, that's-
someone who doesn't.
if you're in a
speak
big
English,
city, at
like-
least. If you're in a big city.
Yeah, if you're in the super rural areas, you may not, but like in anything like a decent size, you're gonna find someone who speaks English.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would say like if you go to any of these places without any language knowledge, I mean, you'd be fine as long as you like. If you're going alone, it'd be harder, obviously, and you probably get scammed a lot, like price wise and everything. But like, even if you learn the language, you'll still get scammed just because you don't like you're not Indian, like you don't look Indian.
Yeah, no, it'd be pretty
So-
hard to like pass myself off as Indian.
I mean, I would get scammed too because like they can just tell from like if I speak like my accent isn't like my Tamil accent is not as good. It's not like a native one, to where they'd be like, he's like from the U.S. or like how you dress or even just how you look. Like
How you
it's
carry
very
yourself.
easy to tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just certain mannerisms and all these like other things that go into like you being native to that place.
Yeah, it's fair enough.
Yeah, that's a little about South India. There's like a lot of other states in like North India. You have like Gujarat, like Punjab. There's like a metric fuck ton of other places in North India. But none of us are North Indian,
Yeah.
surprisingly.
All right, well, the more you know.
Yeah. There you go, Noah. There's some facts for you. Maybe we'll kind of get Noah more into it. We'll tell Noah about all the South Indian. We'll make him South Indian. How about that?
Just
He doesn't have to know about Bollywood. We'll teach him Tollywood and Collywood, and we'll make him no like paneer. Noah, you're gonna eat like dosa, idli.
All right.
Wow,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
maybe this is what we do next time. Instead of hitting our normal places, we go to
Yeah, you know what? No more tortillas. We're gonna go get dosa with Noah. I've been saying, bro. Like I've mentioned this before a while ago, yes, but I feel like I have mentioned like let's get Indian food.
I mean, sounds good. Like, honestly.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Spring break. We're all in town, so
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know if our spring breaks line up, Jit. I think
Yeah,
yours
yeah.
okay. When is everyone's spring break? Let's
I'm
talk
coming
about spring break.
16th through that weekend until Monday.
I'm pretty sure ours
16th to
is like
19th?
like
Ours is like the week after normal.
What?
Like most people have theirs the first.
When is your? Give me the dates, Cobb. Give me
It's
the
like
dates.
the
Cobb.
ninth
no,
through
it's
the
it was
17th.
11th
Yeah,
through
that-
17th.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what
Fine.
mine is too.
Okay, well, I think most Texas schools have theirs the 4th through the 8th.
Well, only two of us go to Texas school, and one of them, and they're both the
Mine
same.
lines
so.
up. Mine lines up with y'all's, so we're chilling. And Pranay will be there for that weekend too,
Yeah.
and we can just get Buck to drive up. But that's what we have a plan in place.
Oh, wait, which weekend? Which weekend? Like the 17th?
Yes, I like how we're casually just figuring out like lunch plans on the podcast.
Yeah,
All right, we apologize
we
to our
never
listeners, but-
talk otherwise. So this is honestly,
Yeah, this is kind of our only shot at doing it. And you know what? After we do it, we will talk about it in the next
And,
episode. So really, this is just
hey,
content
if
for
you're
y'all.
if you're an avid listener, you can like come show up to like wherever we
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll give you the deets.
Yeah.
Just DM us. We'll let you know. Maybe fly you out. You know,
All right, let's not get crazy here.
fly out a listener. Ooh.
That was crazy.
Yeah, but only if they're flying from New York and Pranay has an extra +1.
Or if they're flying.
I
from
don't even
Champaign,
have an extra
Illinois.
carry-on, so I don't even have a carry-on. So
Your carry-on.
Pranay is literally just transporting himself.
that's basically
He is poverty flying at the moment. Bro gets like half a seat. They're gonna give him like a half-eaten fucking just like bagel.
That's rough.
They're gonna give him toothpaste but no toothbrush.
Well, tell him to use his finger.
like a real South Indian. No, okay, so in South,
What?
And one more thing for you
South
to know
India-
is we do eat with our hands. There
we
you
do it
go.
with our hands. We use our hands. We're a very non-utensil type group. You eat if you get rice, sambar, like whatever guy, you'll mix it all with your hands, and then you'll eat it with your hands.
I'm being
React to
honest.
this
I don't
information.
know if I can get on board with this.
Well, you're gonna wash your hands before.
No.
like,
It's not the
you
hygiene.
ha-
It's like the feeling of like
Oh.
stuff on your hands. Like I don't
That makes sense.
like I don't like that. Like that's not for me.
Okay, well, no, just be open-minded, embrace new cultures. You know what I mean?
All right, fine.
Like at Pranay's wedding, or like my wedding, or Kai's wedding, like you're gonna have to eat
I mean,
some.
yeah, like I'm cool with eating with my hands. I just like I want like a wrapper between me and the food.
Yeah, you're not getting that. Like
Yeah,
there's,
you're
it's
not.
literally gonna, so what's gonna happen, right? Like lunch at my wedding, okay, is gonna be
Which is tomorrow,
You're-
by the
you're
way. Noah.
you're gonna
Oh,
yeah, we're actually we'll fly out a listener from okay. Like you're gonna be at probably like a canteen type table, not gonna lie, or like some kind of seating. You remember my sister's wedding?
Yeah,
Then you remember eating like on the leaf?
yeah.
It's gonna be exactly like that. Speaking of my sister's wedding, go check out our episode Wedding Smashers.
That was a good
on
episode. That was a
Spotify.
really good episode.
Any of the platforms, really, we have them all. Check it out. It's a great episode. One of our better episodes. Maybe our best episode, but this one's gonna top it today. And on the track that we're going, I feel like it might. So, Noah, are you cool with the leaf thing? How did you feel? The leaf as the plate. They kind of came and delivered
I mean,
all the different
that was cool.
items.
I mean, I remember it being fine. I don't know. I mean, it's been a while.
I feel like he only remembers playing Smash.
Yeah, I do.
True.
Okay, I don't remember actually playing Smash. I remember playing Smash while everybody else went outside, and I was just kind of like internally like, should we be going outside? But like, nah, like surely Vista would come like get us if like this was important. Or like,
Dude, I had a job to do. I cannot babysit you. It's my sister's wedding, bro.
Like, okay.
How do you not have the common sense to just come outside? Like,
Dude,
if everyone's going
that was
outside,
the
you follow
first
the wedding
wedding
party.
I've been to. Period. I don't know what the fuck you do.
Okay, yeah, I don't know why Pranay and Calm also
I
just
wasn't there.
It was
AFK.
God, why weren't you there? You could have like told us what to do.
Yeah, I should have.
I was very confused as to our place in the wedding, as in like when we.
You just come, bro. Like, you're invited. Like, come see what's going on. That shit was so goofy. We were doing all these ceremonies outside. I broke a fucking coconut. Like, there was a swing. Like, it was a whole production. They played like the little wedding game of trying to put the garland on each other. These two were just looking fucking like chic dash attacking, bro. Like in the fucking other room.
Look,
my
man.
God.
There's stocks to be had. All right, like.
Oh my days. Yeah, but go check out that episode. Honestly, it's hilarious. But yes, that's how we eat.
Noah, I just
Noah.
want to say I see what you did there. I see what you were going for.
Yeah. No, I
The
was going for
stocks,
the quick change up, but no, it's fine.
The NVIDIA stocks.
Yeah.
There's no way. There's no way that Noah just made. How much you made? $700? $800?
I'm not gonna say it out loud, but you know, it's decent chunk of change. You know,
$15 million.
I mean, I wasn't playing to
$15
brag,
million.
you know, but like I'm actually the CEO of Nvidia. Like if you look it up, it's
Yeah.
like
It
like a
an Asian
middle
man.
aged
It says no
like
data.
Asian man.
Look, check out our Instagram. We'll take a screenshot and post.
That's me. Yep.
Yeah, Noah. You'll see Noah got his name
That's
there.
me.
Cobb, note that down.
That's true.
By the way,
True.
I
that
made all the
Instagram post.
chips
he did.
by hand.
He ate a couple at first
Exactly.
because he didn't really understand.
Look, I
But
was hungry.
After he got the handle on it, yeah, the companies they're just rolling in it now,
Yeah.
and therefore
All me.
Noah's
All
rolling
me.
in it. That's why whoever comments next on this episode will fly you out. Noah will
All right,
actually
let's
fly you out.
like stop with that because I feel like at this rate, we might actually have to fly somebody out. And according to our like metrics, there's like
It's
people
gonna
in
be
Europe
Cal.
who like listen to this podcast. We're gonna have to like drop like $2,000 to fly out some guy from Norway, and
It's
I'm
gonna
not ready
be
for
Puck.
that.
Puck's just gonna be like Gib Ride.
Very good.
Gib Ride.
Very good. Buck Gib ride.
No, we will have to give him the ride, dog.
but Puck had money, and I don't.
Only $50 million.
That's
Womp,
not enough to
womp.
do anything.
Womp womp.
I already spent it all on hookers and blow.
Guys, why can someone tell me why Nvidia stock skyrocketed,
AI.
please?
Actually,
that's it.
someone explained to me. I did not even hear about it until you guys. mentioned it.
Okay. So like AI uses GPUs. Before, the only thing like you really use GPUs for was like, I don't know, like fucking like animation or like playing video games. And now like it's like actually like important, like next generation companies are like just buying like shit tons of GPUs because like you need compute, right? Like for like the big AI models, like you need tons of it. Like I don't remember like how many graphics cards like OpenAI is using for like training like their GPT models, but it's like ludicrous. Like it's like buildings full of just like GPUs on GPUs.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Why are the other GPU building companies not doing this?
I mean, yeah, they're
What?
also getting a spike, but Nvidia is just the biggest that has the most
Yeah,
market share.
Nvidia is like they're kind of like the market leader in the field. Wait, what are you saying, Viswa?
No, I was saying like why specifically now as opposed to like when ChatGPT came out. Obviously, we were like, wow, like AI is
Yeah,
very
I
very
don't know.
capable.
That's a good question. It might be. There might have been like some news that I missed about like quarterly earnings or some shit like that. But I mean, you think about like what chip manufacturers like have right now, and it's like basically like as fast as they can shit out cards, people will buy them for like almost whatever price. Like that's like an insanely good position to be in as a company.
Yeah. Okay. I see what you
I mean, it's also the fact that like when GPT came out, it wasn't as big a deal. Like, it was like it's now become more mainstream, basically. Like,
I think there also might have been some like market reluctance with like when ChatGPT came out. They might have been like, all right, like it's like a cool product, but like, is this really going to be anything big?
Yeah.
And then it's like a year later, it's like it's going to be big.
I think just the applications have been discovered and are being implemented.
No, they definitely saw like the degree that Google is now throwing money at this, Microsoft is throwing money at this. Like every big company is throwing money at this. So they're like, okay, obviously like even if they're wrong, like there's something here that we can do. And need to
and like on
be
top
fulfilled.
of that, like now you've got like the government like getting like geared up to like get involved. It's like some like, you know, like we've gotten some from like 0 to 100 like really fucking quick.
Yeah, true.
Speaking of, have you guys seen like Sora, like the OpenAI video?
The video thing, yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
where
have
it like
seen
makes
that.
any game like a lot.
Actual insanity.
If you look at the comparison from like 2020, 2021 to now, it's like a world of difference. Have you seen the one of like Will Smith eating spaghetti?
Oh yeah.
They're like
I saw the old one. I haven't seen the new
the
one.
old one. It was like his mouth was all weird. His hands got like all deformed and stuff. But the one that they made like recently is like nearly indistinguishable from like an actual video.
Huh.
No, it's crazy, man. Like if we're not at the point right now, we're gonna be at the point in like a year where like if you see a video, you will not be able to tell if it was real or AI generated. Like you'll have no clue unless they tell you.
I think right now though you can still tell. There's something about I don't know the color that you can tell now.
Yeah, and it can't get things exactly right. Like if there's a stop sign in the background, it probably won't stop, or maybe there'll be like an extra O, or there's some kind of semantics.
Yeah, but like it's like details, right?
But
like they'll work it out.
yeah, it's definitely gonna be an interesting field. All my classes are like related to it, and I'm reading like all these new research papers, and every single time I read a paper, I'm
can
like,
you just like create, I don't know, text, images, videos, and just like start selling that stuff?
No, yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
they tried it with like the fungible
Oh, like NFTs.
like tokens. Yeah,
I mean, like it's like something more than that, though, right? Like it's
but now it's like how the NFTs are sourced. If I guess now instead of having like people create these like NFTs, like
I mean, I think the point with NFTs was like the pictures themselves were kind of like worthless. They were just like garbage, like shitty little clip art things. But like if we're talking about like what Sora could potentially do, like
yeah, it's nuts. Like just generates. I'm reading this research paper now, about how to like it's like about copywriting basically, like how to protect artists' work, because AI can just mimic some artists' work like to an insane degree,
Yeah.
and at that point it's like how do you differentiate, like how do you protect artists' work?
Yeah.
So,
How do you do it?
and like it's also like the problem where like
Ooh.
copyright has to be defended. So
yeah,
if like somebody's
and then you get into the legal world of it,
Yeah.
right? Like there's no laws or like fully agreed upon benchmarks to measure these kinds of things, or to say like we can allow this but this is too far,
And then you throw in fair use, it becomes even more complicated.
it's just a very complex legal entanglement.
yeah.
Loki, that's why I was like that's why I took like a LSAT just like for fun just the other day to see, and then why I've also been thinking of like law school.
Oh shit.
Hmm.
Wait, do they tell you like when do they tell you your results on like the LSAT?
Oh, it was just like a practice LSAT. I didn't pay to take like the actual.
Yeah.
I'm not just gonna throw money.
I mean, how
away
was
just
it? Like,
randomly.
I'm honestly not really sure.
I scored like a bit above average for my first time, which is like not
Nice.
bad. Also, I didn't do it like in one sitting. Like I just did half of it. I went and ate dinner, watched a movie,
Fair
and came
enough.
back and did the other half. I feel like I probably could have performed better anyways, but either way, it is a very like a CS brain friendly exam. It's not anything to do with the law. It's like
Yeah, it's all
logic games
right?
and yeah. I feel like Pranay would really excel at it. Honestly, Pranay, you should take one for fun.
I've
I
seen
think you
some
could score really well.
practice ones, but like I haven't.
Yeah, I
really.
can give you an example of a question if you want. It's a lot of like also conditions. So they're like, it's a group of 7 people. 4 are like testers and 3 are like test takers. This person cannot test this person, and this person has to test 2 people of this type. And like, they give you a bunch of conditions, and they ask you questions. It's like, can this guy test this guy, or which group of people works for this? And it's like, you kind of have to map out like logic.
Yeah.
Like I didn't study or do any like strats or know any strats going into it. I just like draw shit.
yeah, funny
Just
shape.
drew stuff. Like diagram, like to
Yeah.
help you.
Yeah, I just drew diagrams.
I see.
With my own little like encodings. Low-key, it looks like I'm like breaking some kind of like cryptographical, just like in puzzle.
I mean, like high key, like
the work.
like being a lawyer with like a machine learning background is probably like one of the most valuable job positions in like
yeah, like
a few years.
literally, that's like one of the jobs AI definitely cannot steal.
Well, it's not just like about stealing; it's about like how important it is and like how many people can do it. Because like you think about all the laws that are going to have to be written about like AI use, like regulating AI, like like monetizing like AI products, like all of those are laws that are going to have to be written, or like court cases are going to have to be settled. And like the Supreme Court doesn't know jack shit about like how AI models work. Neither does like anybody in Congress. Like all these people are just like, like complete boomers.
Yeah, but those
No
are the ones
idea.
making
Yeah.
the laws.
Yeah, but like they know that they don't know shit. So that's why like they ask people to come in and like tell them how it works. And
Yeah,
like
but then
that's
you
like
gotta,
where
you gotta play politics and all that, so that's the downside. I mean, at least
like
for
who
me.
doesn't? Who doesn't? If you want to
But
have
now, I mean, increasingly. Sorry,
I was just gonna say, like, if you want to like have any impact on the world, you have to.
Yeah, I mean that's true, but
yeah. And you're increasingly going to run into problems like legal cases involving AI ChatGPT. Did I tell you guys about the one where lawyer cited
yeah,
a
Yeah.
case
that's
that
like a very
ChatGPT
common.
generated?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
heard about that one.
Yeah, like that's the most common example of, it's like the most early example with ChatGPT. But like that's definitely not going to be like the last of that kind of case. You know what I mean? We're only gonna see more of those. So it's definitely.
I'm just waiting for somebody to go like full send with like the generative AI stuff. Just like, you know, you see somebody like accuse somebody else of a crime, and like they just produce like all this evidence, like phone calls, like CCTV footage, like, you know, emails, text messages, whatever, all just like completely generated. And, you know, like, I don't know.
I mean, let's say it's gotten to the point where like it's almost indistinguishable to determine AI generated stuff. Like, how do you even counteract that?
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely tough. People have obviously tried methods of this already with things like GPT-0, zero GPT, whatever. I'm sure you guys saw that headline of like some kid at some college. He created like detection thing, like AI
to see
detection,
if it wrote the essay
to see if ChatGPT wrote the essay or not.
Yeah.
And I mean, all the research that's, you know, kind of about this stuff really is looking at both sides of it, as in like, we want to be able to build this AI and make it so capable, but we also want to be able to know how can we know that it is AI? And there's this whole field of like also like attacking AI. So like, you know how people have like malicious, you know, use cases, and people like steal models, and there's like such a huge field that people only really know like the surface level of like, oh, machine learning can do this and that, but they don't know anything like. That's literally just the tip of the iceberg.
And the thing is, if let's say even if it's regulated well here, it's probably not going to be that regulated in other countries. And then if they do malicious things with it, then like who's to stop them? You won't have an AI powerful enough, right?
It essentially just becomes a battle of like AI versus AI, because you can also like hand an essay to ChatGPT and ask like, did you write this? And it can be like yes or no. Do you know what I mean? Like,
that's crazy.
And then you get Dune.
Let's say you write half of it, ChatGPT writes the other half of it.
Like, what's it gonna say?
Did you have a part in writing this? I guess you can say. You can ask.
Yeah, it might, like, you know, I don't know how ChatGPT will respond to that. Maybe it'll say, "Oh, I wrote this section," or maybe it'll think it wrote the whole thing, or maybe it'll say like, "Oh, I didn't write any of this. It looks human to me." So it's just a very interesting field that there's gonna be a lot of. Not just like personal implications for our lives, like, you know, improving how quickly we can accomplish and do work, but also just like politics, international relations, so many different things.
I don't know about you guys, but I had like a good period of time back in like high school where like I legitimately felt like nothing ever happened. I was like, you know, all this important shit like used to happen, and like now, like, you know, like nothing exciting ever happens. Like the last exciting technological product was like the iPhone, and that came out in like 2007. Like nobody's making anything new. And it feels like just like in the space of like 3 years, it's like COVID, like Russia invades Ukraine, like AI, like it's just like all the shit just happens at once.
I feel like it was happening back then too. You just
really is happening like recession.
I mean,
you know?
like it was. Like I don't mean,
but that's like normal, and it's
like recession.
Right? Like that's just the economic
It's
cycle.
like normal
stuff.
problems. Yeah, it's like not world. Like there's nothing like world changing really happening. Yeah,
I guess it depends on your definition of world changing.
I mean,
or like, even like what world you're tuned into. Like I'm sure there were some. If you were like super involved in a specific industry, like they probably had some inventions that completely alter the course of it. That
but like that's for that industry. I'm talking about like, you know, AI is like something that like all four of us are like essentially going into different fields, right? But it's gonna have huge implications for all of us. Like it doesn't really matter.
I mean, then I feel like the previous thing would be like the internet.
Yeah, and like when did that come out?
I don't know, like the 90s.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm talking like this was like back during high school. Like I was like, you know, nothing ever happens. And now things are happening, and I wish it would stop happening because it's happening too fast.
Yeah, it really is. A lot of people, I don't know, I saw this TikTok. I don't know how much I believe in it too. Like I'm Hindu and everything, but like according to Hinduism, we have now entered the
Kali Yuga.
Kali Yuga, which is like the end of the world.
I don't know if I believe
But
that.
the time spans on that also is like really long.
Yeah, it's like extremely long. Like it's a fat fucking minute. But even this all happened like we're on like it's like 10 avatars and we're on the 10th one and it's been over 10,000 years, so at least like 1,000 years.
Oh no.
Hey, I remember reading about this once. It's like highly debated in like how long these time spans really are, and like the estimates are anything like thousands of years to like millions of years. So like
yeah, there's really no correct answer. But basically Kalki, which is like the final avatar of Vishnu, will come and destroy all wickedness in the world so it can be restarted.
That's really funny where they're like, yeah, the end of the world's happening in like 10,000 years. And then meanwhile you have like the Christians who are like, the end of the world's coming like tomorrow.
anytime now.
Yeah.
could
Next year.
Could be right now.
I can tell you it's going to happen in exactly 3 months, 5 days. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's definitely interesting, but I feel like people get like stressed about it when they share it and they're like, oh my god, like is it coming? I'm scared because like, you know, it's a Judgment Day apocalypse. But like I think it's kind of peaceful. Like there's nothing you can do about it. So just like live your life, live your best life, and you know, and whatever happens. But
Yeah, I mean, like the time span so long as to be essentially meaningless, right? For you personally.
yeah, I mean, even if it's not, like, it just is what it is, right? I feel like humans, we always worry about stuff that we have zero control over. Sometimes we just have to make like our best decisions, and you know, life just goes on.
Yeah, I mean, like the stupid
Or I guess
thing
in this
is,
case, it doesn't.
like the stupid thing is, like we care a lot about things we have no control over, and we don't care at all about things we do have control over.
Yeah, like I won't do my work and take a 5-hour nap and been like, rip. I had no control over that though. You know, I fell asleep.
Yep. All right. I mean, we want to talk about something we don't have any control over. Can we talk about League? Because I have no control over whether or not we win games in League, apparently.
Yeah. ADC,
No, not even
bro,
that.
cannot
Like,
attack, does not do damage.
You don't
That's
even
what
know what
it
he's
can.
talking about. That is, it's not
You
even what I'm
missed-
saying. Yeah.
You missed the worst night in video gaming history. Okay, so first of all, like we go play Clash, like me, Jacob, Puck, Sean, and we don't play Clash. We just sit there in queue while the server fucks around until finally it just coin flips and just like gives a loss to one team and gives a W to another team, just like essentially at random. So the first round, like we're just sitting there like waiting for like the game to start. And like the timer counts down to 0 and then it starts counting back up. And then we get to 5 minutes and then it's just like you know, like kicks like the other team. It
Starts
just
counting
gives
back
them an
down.
L and just sends them to like the loser bracket. We're like, oh fuck, okay, like we won. But then the other teams get actual games. So we have to sit there for 20 minutes playing like fucking Bobble League.
Hey,
in
don't
Discord.
knock Bobble League.
That's a good
Bobble
game.
League is
That's
a
a
good
good
game.
game.
Yeah, no, okay, yeah, that's fair. Bobble League was sick. But we finally, like, the game, other games end, we get our bracket, we get our matchup, we're like, oh shit, like who are we like going up against, like who are we banning, like, you know, what's our strat? And then the timer gets to 0, it starts counting back up again. And then we get to 5 minutes again, and it just hands us the L this time and puts us in the losers bracket. So now we're 1-1, and we haven't played any games at all.
Meanwhile, the other side of the bracket starts their matches.
Yeah, they get to play. So finally, we get to the last game, and the other team just like they just concede. They are just like, fuck it, like we're out. And so we end the clash 2-1 without.
They forfeit.
Yeah, they forfeit. We spend like an hour and a half or some shit just like in queue, going 2-1 without ever actually playing a game of League.
That's crazy. That's actually crazy.
Yeah, like it was like the dumbest shit ever. So like Pranay comes in at the end of this. He's like, "What the fuck is going on?" We're like, "Oh, we just finished playing Clash." Without playing Clash.
Playing Clash is an overstatement.
And so we're just like, oh, fuck it. Like one of the Sean's leaves. Pranay gets in. We go for like a 5-stack. We play like 3 games. We just take like hard L's every single
To be
time.
fair, we were just kind of trolling the whole time.
I mean, we're kind of trolling, but like towards the end of it, we were like, okay, let's try to actually win this time, guys.
There's that much more troll than Void Comp.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know. Pranay wanted to do Void Comp. Yeah, Pranay was like, it's time. Like of all the times, it has to be this time. I don't know why, but could have played like an actual like comp, but we get our asses clapped for the 3rd time in a row. Everybody else gets off, and finally, me and Cobb are like, okay, it's like 12 a.m. We have had nothing but L's because Clash was, I don't care about the 2 wins. It was 3 straight L's. And so we're going to play some double up TFT. We played 3 games of double up TFT. We come in 4th, 3rd. I have never in my life been dumpstered so hard in 24 hours.
Did you guys did 2 on a L?
Yeah. Just
because it was like 2 fucking a.m. and I was like, I can't do this anymore. Fine, like Riot, you win. Like
the thing is with the TFT games, whenever my comp was like insanely good, Noah's comp was garbage, and when Noah started popping off, my comp was garbage. So it wasn't like we were both getting dumpstered. So that's my copium.
Your copium.
Copium. I think the moral of the story is don't try to win things. Because you'll try your hardest, and then Riot will put you in a queue for 20 minutes just so you can not get a match.
That was so, I don't understand how it was just our team. Or just our side of the bracket.
They hate us specifically, Cobb.
I guess so. I don't know why it was just everybody else just went into matches fine. But, if you looked on Reddit, it was more than just us. It was like, there was a lot of people having this problem. So it wasn't
there's somebody at Riot who, matched up against us in, fucking high school PF debate and got clapped. And he spent the rest of his days going, I fucking hate these guys. He gets to Riot.
That was Tangela Roundtree. Tangela Roundtree.
No.
Yeah, you look up Tangela Roundtree on LinkedIn. You're going to see Riot community manager for both of them. I'm telling you this right now.
Wow. So you guys didn't win a game at all that night, other than the coin flip.
We started playing at 8. We Cobb and I ended our nights at 2 a.m. We spent 6 hours just suffering.
No way you ended on a loss,
bro.
Oh, Bobble League. We played Bobble League and won.
Bobble League was fun.
Okay.
Crunker Strike.
Let me tell you guys.
I enjoyed my Crunker Strike gameplay.
There was a day, I think it was junior year at UTD. Sean and I were trying to get to fucking plat or diamond or something in League. We start at 8, 9 p.m. something. We cannot win a game. We're both in our promos. We're so close. We're right there to getting fucking promoted. We played till 5 a.m. trying to get 1 win, dude.
Jesus.
Wait, if you're in your promos, doesn't that only last 3 games and then you start losing?
Yeah, we just started losing. We just kept playing because we were let's get back into promos.
What rank did you start out at?
I dropped I think 3 ranks.
Oh my god.
Sean got demoted and dropped 2 ranks.
That's rough. I'm sorry to hear that.
But we ended on a dub. Dude, you have no idea the relief that Sean and I had when we finally had that 1 dub. We just both I literally wanted to cry. I went into bed and I was just teary-eyed and just slept.
You were free.
That was 9 hours of just losses. That was 8 or 9 games probably, right?
I don't think we played League for a month.
Honestly, I don't think Puck wants to play League anymore.
We played the next day. But still, I don't know why Puck wants to quit League.
Because it's causes nothing but suffering.
But I think the like I said before, I think League has 2 really good things going for it. and that like technically it's free, and that it has very low like spec requirements.
I think the problem for Puck is that like when the rest of us play League, our happiness is determined basically entirely by our own performances. Like if the rest of the map is getting like rolled, but Viswa's like having a good mid lane, like he's fine. He's happy with it.
But I think also just sorry to interrupt you, but I think the other thing is like when that happens, like it spreads to like us, because I feel like when I play with you guys, like it's a different. Like, I don't really care if we win or lose.
But I'm saying together. What I'm saying is like Puck is like Puck's happiness can be affected by other people.
Hey, you're the problem. What do you mean you don't care whether we win or lose, bro? Try to fucking win the game, bro.
I try.
What?
No, but I feel like it's different when you're playing solo. I mean, it's definitely different when you're playing solo.
It is. When you're playing solo, you're playing to win. When you play with the boys, you're just hanging out with your boys.
Yeah, and if like something extremely funny happens, or you do a skin comp or something like that, it doesn't matter if you win or lose.
Yeah, if you're doing some fuck shit, I agree, Cobb. But like we're just playing, like let's at least try to win.
We did all three of the Norms games we played yesterday were all skin comps. Okay.
Okay, yeah, then that makes sense. Then I wouldn't be too mad. Like,
I mean, I don't know.
It's just for funning it.
I was kind of mad about the Empyrean line.
Also, I feel like every skin comp we've done, I feel like I've carried.
Well, to be fair, most of the time we're playing champs that we don't really play.
That's why I carried.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying we need to get more skins, but yeah, no, like my whole point.
IG comp was so tough.
And we won that. Yeah. We won, right? We won IG comp.
That's because I played Fiora and just pushed for fucking
If we did that
minutes.
again, I was playing Kai'Sa then. I have a much better idea how to play Kai'Sa.
But I have to play LeBlanc. I have no idea how to play LeBlanc.
I think you need to start learning, Cobb.
Yeah.
LeBlanc top.
LeBlanc's easy.
God,
honestly, just go tank
LeBlanc. You mark them, you hit them with their dash.
You don't have to actually explain it to me.
That's it. That's all you do.
And you can chain them once in a while.
Yeah,
you should go like
chain grab them.
Like lethality LeBlanc. Like
there's like a Triforce LeBlanc too, right?
Yeah, like it removes the one element of like skill where like you have to like hit a skill shot. Instead, you can just click on them and then like teleport back, and they can't do shit about it.
Use your thing for.
I want to do B comp though. I want to do B comp. I can now actually do it.
Yeah, we can do a B comp. I got a B skin recently.
Very nice.
Which one? I got a Vygar B skin and I have a Nunu B skin.
Very nice. Very nice.
Very nice.
I think I have the Kog'Maw B skin too.
I think I have to play Kog'Maw for it to make sense. But okay. My point was, the reason why Puck is fed up with League and not us is because his happiness is determined by like how everybody's doing. Like if he sees one person fucking around or like screwing up, he gets mad. And that means Puck is never happy because we never have games where all like the other four of us are all doing the right thing. There's always somebody who is doing some dumbass thing.
One of us is incompetent, bro. One of us has to be incompetent. It's just the way it goes.
There are like sometimes Renee like does inexplicable things. Sometimes Pranay does good things. But when Pranay does good things, sometimes, I mean, most of the time, it's me or Cobb who's just like, yeah, I'm gonna go push this tower and die. See you guys.
And I feel like Puck gets angry with Jit's macro decisions at times.
Bro, I see the wave. He's like, the Baron is spawning. I'm like, look at that wave, that juicy wave.
Yeah, so like that's what I'm saying. Like the rest of us, like our happiness is like 50-50 because like we lose some, we win some. Puck's happiness is always 0% because like he's like always just like looking at his team and he's like, these fucking
even
idiots.
If we win, like he's like, what did it cost me, bro? Everything.
Puck just has like
sanity,
clinical depression in that game, like.
Yeah, because of us. Yeah. It's actually our fault. If we all just like focused up for one game. Like and decided like I would say there have been times when he's happy and it's like those clash games where we all lock the fuck in and like everybody performs like to some degree.
Or the Omega clutches, like the Akshin revive teleport
Yeah, that games we have. He has a fun time. Whenever he plays like Zillion or something, yeah, he has a good time.
He only has a good time when he explicitly tries to lose. Like he plays like a Zir support or some shit. Because like at that point
Yes.
mentally he's like, yeah, my teammates are gonna be like fucking morons.
That's why
fine.
that's why he's
That's
been playing
fine.
only Azir support.
Yeah, because if Puck tried to win, like all he would see, it would just be incompetence. Like that would just be his game experience.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like, if someone has to agree, might as well.
Yeah, no. The other game that we've played quite a bit, or we used to, is Minecraft. And
Yeah.
it's kind of died down, but I think we should bring it back. I think first off, we didn't even beat the game. But secondly, we haven't played Lockout.
Sad, actually.
Like, I think those two things, like, we have to do that. And I think Minecraft's one of those games where it's the same thing. We all have it, and it's very low requirements, and like anybody can get on at any time. And like, it's one of those things where you can play solo and you can play with other people. And yeah, I don't know. I think we should get back into Minecraft, or even start a new world. Like, if we just started a new world from scratch, like, I think that it would give us a job to do.
Man, Cobb has been thinking about this for a while.
I have. I want to
You
play
can
Minecraft
tell,
again.
He has spent countless nights formulating this speech.
Yeah, formulating my plan.
Yeah.
You can hear the passion
Yeah,
in his voice.
he did the line by line, like when extemp mode.
I do want to play Minecraft. We should do it.
Guys, let us know in the comments if you want us to play Minecraft. Cobb clearly does, but
It'll work someday.
If you want us
Viswa.
to.
Someday you'll ask somebody to leave a comment and we'll
Bro, just
actually see some comments.
one comment, literally anywhere, bro, like anywhere, like spot wherever the fuck we have comment sections, please just leave one. It would actually make my year. Please. Please. Okay. With that, thanks so much for listening. Make sure to drop a like and a comment and subscribe. What monster lol is nothing. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the next one.